Oh, but you want to videotape what's some of the stuff I was saying in there.
That's why I put this up there.
But you want to get some of the stuff on the screen, though, huh? Is that what you? Or you just want to just capture?
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you gonna get in? You gotta get in.
Yeah, no.
Here.
I'll get the share. So yeah, we can continue to do this whole thing.
Child pepper.
See, you can go ahead and allow it,
Okay.
allow it forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm in here. So where I left off on my telling my story here, I was saying I had just moved back to Kansas City, and it was about '82, I think it was.
Graduated in '81. Wyandotte High School.
You graduated '81?
'81. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started playing. I mean, when I got in town, I started playing with Lonnie and the band.
Lonnie and the band.
And
man.
they had been in.
They be dancing, man. I remember when he first turned me on to them. I was like, oh man, they tight.
They had been together for 10 years, and they had me rehearsing with them. And we rehearsed. I mean, Lonnie had us rehearsing like a regular job. 8 hours. You get up in the morning, you come in. We take a break, eat lunch. Then you rehearsed all the way, and he had me doing steps, trying to play keys, and it's like, man, what? Oh man, you want me to play this and sing backgrounds and all?
Man, what great training though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I came along after you. You split.
Yeah.
Came back, like you said, like '82. And dude,
Yeah.
I remember you teaching me about recording.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it stood out to me because it was original music.
It seemed like I met you through Cynthia Warren.
Is that how we met, Cynthia?
Because Cynthia kept on.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
She kept on saying, no, Norman Brown. Remember she had them jaws and them light eyes.
Yeah, them eyes glowing. Cynthia Warren, man, she's beautiful.
And she could sing too.
Yeah, what's the name of the band I was in with her? I forgot the name of the band. Emmett Smith was with us. Cynthia, I think.
It wasn't Sweet and Sticky. It was Sweet and Sticky was one of the bands and stuff, but I can't remember the one. I think you was in one with Ty. Was you with Ty Sheik and all that?
Yeah, I was with Ty Sheik, Jeff.
And who was?
Gloria was in the WSB band. I was with them.
Who else was it? Was Ty Sheik to get
guitars and singer?
Who was the bass? Rockhead was the bass player.
Rockhead, the bass player. Yeah. Rockhead, Ty Sheik.
Yeah, because
Jeff on keyboards, Nelson on trumpet.
Because it seemed like during that same time, even Garland was playing with us at times.
No, Garland was playing. Yeah. Garland was in that group.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Garland Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, what days? What years was that, man? That was about...
Like I said, it had to be early 82, 83 or somewhere in there,
I think I was out of high school then. Yeah, because I left...
Because you seemed like you was 19 and you were turning 20.
Yeah, there you go.
So that would have been right in that time, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, man. And then 83, I went to California.
Yeah.
But before that, hanging out with this dude.
Well, you're the one that brought me into Bishop Cunningham's group.
Yeah, you played with us. I got the picture of that.
Yeah, So, you got a picture of me playing?
Dude. Come on. I got you, man. Come on, y'all. Come on with us. What's up, everybody? We down here in the lab, at In Your Ear recording studios. Ooh, man, turn the light on, man.
How you turn it?
It's over here on the wall. Hit the light. There you go, recording. Man, yeah, Craig. It was so hard to get a keyboard player in Kansas City then for us. It was. Okay, look at all these pictures, y'all. Okay.
I'm gonna have to take a picture of it.
It's gonna show up magically. It's bigger than us, though. So, where's that baby? There we go. No, that was. Here's another one. Is it in the book? I think it's in the book. Where is the book?
Here's some of his pedals.
Oh yeah, man. Those are my sound shapers, dude.
Things on the wall.
Dirty, you gotta have some drive. Then you need it wet, you know. Yeah, wet, you know what I mean? Some reverb, delay, and then you want to compress all that. You know, shape it and mold and this shit. Compressor. Now, this thing gives you motion. Shut up, man. I love it though, dude. I love it. Man, I remember growing up in these times we talking about dreaming about getting what was that thing called? A fuzz face, I think. The small stone phase shifter.
Yeah, I had the bad stone. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that thing, I was dreaming of getting one of those. And I got to get one finally. My stuff is expensive, so I look at my stuff down there. I'm going, yeah, I remember when I was little, I used to want this stuff. Bear with me, man.
No problem. Yeah.
There was another book. But, where'd I get this picture from?
The picture of the gas right there.
Yeah, man. Here we go. Hi-ya!
Uh-oh.
Who's that?
Let's get in close here.
Bam!
I'm going to have to take a picture of it with my camera.
Okay. I'll hold it for you. Put it on the stand. No, I just hold it.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Let's see if I. Oh, you got a glare going on.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll walk away from this for a minute.
Let's see this. Yeah.
Is it because of your lights on?
Back in the day, get yourself together, time to go play. You better practice, yes you better every day and night. Ooh yeah, ask Crayge.
I went in.
Oh yeah, he's gonna keep you tight.
Now what?
That's for me.
Now you said, when did I teach you about recording?
Oh, dude, come on over here now. I'm gonna simulate what happened.
Okay.
We got together.
It wasn't that little 4-track, was it?
No, it started
like
with
that though, huh?
Yeah, it started before that because
Okay, you got something like that.
I got something like that. So we're gonna show you, but I want to show you what's happened up to this.
Okay.
Now I'm exaggerating a little bit, but he had a thing. It was about this deep, like this crate here. See this crate where I got the cords, the cables, right? You know.
Where's my camera at?
You know.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. See this crate here? He had something like this full of real tapes. Blew my mind. She said, man, this is really music. And he had these other little tapes. So we got together. He said he's going to show me how it works. Comes over to my crib. And he had something like this. 4-track recorder right here, right? This one is mini disc. We used to use back in the day.
It was a cassette.
But we had a cassette. That's it. I got fancy though.
You got a reel-to-reel, didn't you at some point too?
No, I didn't. I got the ADATs after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to ADAT. But dude, I went and got fancy. So he brought this machine and a little keyboard. And he said, man, you know, this is how you record. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, we can get the drums and the bass, we can get the whole band right here. He said, get your guitar. Okay. So then he said, let's start with the drums. Make a drum beat. And he gave me a kick drum sound. I just recorded it, right? Then he pulled up another sound. He called it a snare. He said, give the backbeat. Now I got a little groove going. He says, okay, you want some hi-hat? We put them on these 3, right? So we got 3 tracks of drums. He said, now watch this. Bounced all 3 of them down to 1.
Yeah, no, we weren't doing no stereo. We did mono.
No, we did mono, man. You got a mix of the shit sick. That's how it's gonna sound. Is that the drum?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that how you want it to sound? 'Cause that's the way it's gonna sound.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna bounce it down.
And you stuck. If you got to redo it, you're gonna have to
play it all over again.
Yeah,
With no sequencer.
Yeah.
All right, so now I got 3 tracks open. So he said, man, play some rhythm guitar, play some rhythm guitar, play some bass on the track. I'm listening to this whole band of Norman Brown with this groove, rhythm section, and there's 1 track left. He said, so play some over it.
Yeah.
And it was like, that blew my mind, man.
Yeah.
That changed the game for me. I stayed up all night with that, listening to that and remembering what you did. I went and bought me one. I got fancy and got that Yamaha.
Yeah.
It was 3 pieces, 4 pieces. So it's a cassette deck, then it had a little mixing board, 4-channel mixing board, and it came with a little patch bay, and it had a little drawer to keep your tools and stuff. So now I'm 4-track and ready. Get a little keyboard. Then I struggled with how to get sounds and how to get to that end of it. But eventually I learned to program.
Did you play with Bishop all the way through before you left, or did you leave him eventually?
No, man, you know, we all kind of left at the same time, really.
Okay.
Yeah. I graduated from high school, 1.5 or 2. So it was 81 I graduated. I'm playing with them around time. We had our thing going. I'm getting ready to go to GIT.
Yeah. But you didn't go to GIT till when?
83.
83. Okay, so that sounds about right. So 82 probably was when I came in town. So
yeah, it was probably
right,
exactly.
Yeah, so right in the end of that. So so then I started working in the studio. Remember, I had just started as an intern.
Yeah, man.
With Warren.
My first demo in a professional studio.
And see, Warren's who I'm gonna go see tomorrow and stuff. So I'm trying to bring him in on the same video.
Thank you, Warren. You hooked us up that night. We stayed up all night getting it in.
So we recorded. I mean, we did first. What was the recording? It was for your lesson.
Hot Licks.
And we had Scooter Powell playing.
Yeah.
And it's me, and I had a little, and he said, okay, do these blues changes. We went through each one. We got a videotape of all that, remember?
Man, do you have that?
Yeah, I still got all.
Hook me up, Craig. Hook me up.
So you can take that and release that as a...
Dude, hook me up. That's got to be part of the docu.
But then after that, then you was doing, was it a 3-song demo? Because remember the reels, the reels, with big 2-inch tapes.
The 2-inch tape.
And you're going to get 3 songs on it.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
And so you had your 3 songs that you was going to, we recorded that, and that was what you've taken to California with you.
Absolutely, man. And one of those songs made the first record. We was up there doing that thing, man. That's the first time I saw music come together really from scratch to like, I had made the demo with my little 4-track you taught me how to use. I was rolling with that thing, man. I eventually got a sequencer right.
Yeah.
But, then, so I got these tunes, man, and they sounded like a record, really. It was fat. I mean, the engineering shit, you threw down on it, man. Those tapes were bomb.
Yeah, I was just learning then, but still we used the same. Yeah, but we used the same technique that we did with the bouncing and bouncing. We used our ears to balance things out, and that's kind of what we all had and stuff was a way of listening. I mean, knowing where the music perspective should be, and how to build. But once
so that's the energy.
Yeah. Once he left, then into the '90s, he went to LA and stuff, and eventually I went to Northern Bay and stuff. And then he called me up at one point and asked me about, hey man, I'm doing this record. And I'm doing it.
Keep talking, dude.
I'm doing a remix on. Yeah, you want to get some more of those things too?
Yeah, man.
Doing a remix on Janet Jackson. That's the way love goes, and that was about in '94.
And it was from remembering, man, how that session went that night.
Yeah.
I remember, and you played me some of your stuff you've done. So the programming thing, I was just like, dude, I didn't think it was going to turn out like it did. I said, damn, he put his foot in it though. I thought it was just going, yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that what you did? You did the number they gave you, right? Or they emailed you a number?
Oh, I'm doing what? I thought that was my code.
No. Once you purchase it, they give you.
I get that. Okay.
Yeah, once you buy it.
iTunes open. I'm trying to get that. There it is. It just looks different. All right. It's okay. We sent you.
Did you already do it or did? Let's see.
I'm everyday people. So I'm going to go ahead and do it from the store. But
so,
no, dude.
So I, he told me that, so I went ahead and I put a track together with it. I came down, I loaded up. What was it? Like my old computer.
Oh, dude, you came up there with racks and stuff. Cause he played guitar too, so he can't show me how to do it.
I did that. I took that same bit sample out there.
Oh man, that's right. Man, I'm sorry, I gotta find this. You gotta hear a little bit, just a little bit of it.
But
the quality of it, Craig, I'm telling you. You remember Ralph Sutton, the engineer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Oh yeah, he did.
Y'all together, man. That joint was like, you came in there like a mad scientist.
I came down to LA. We did it. I had the bass bounce in a funny way and stuff, and so Norman said, "No, why don't you bounce it this way?" And he had me change that up. I did write the bridge. I did came up with a different bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and we kind of changed the arrangement up a little bit from from what I had did already pre-done at the up in Berkeley where I was staying at.
Man, I forgot about that. But you did a remix, man, that I wish I could find.
The remix on
That's Where Love Goes.
Oh, that was
Craig,
cool.
you put your foot in this, man, and Motown was like, "Oh, we don't really need a remix." I'm like, "Damn, what did I do with it? We didn't have the internet then, or whatever."
Yeah.
But dude, if you ever run across that,
well, that's the one I wanted to use. I created another song out of it, because I had. But I mean, you could take the track and you could probably flip around and then What I did was I took it.
Did you fancy it up? You didn't mess it up. No. Man, let me have that.
You heard it? Oh, there.
Here we go. Check this out, y'all. It's two people on this record. Crayge and me. I'm only playing the guitar.
Let's check all that. So I, came down. We went ahead. We dumped the track over. He tried a couple of versions. I mean, you don't want to use Baby Lee to do some backgrounds on it one time. It sounded too much like the original.
And then also, smooth jazz wouldn't play wouldn't play it with the vocals.
With the vocals? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was like, okay, well, this is gonna be a single and radio. You know how they tested at radio, and at that time the format was not playing background vocals like that.
Okay.
So it's interesting, man, that format. But
she did some other stuff on there too, didn't she?
she did. She sang on For the Love of You.
Yeah.
What was one of them? I can check me there. But yes, she came out there. That was a great idea.
And so eventually he wound up, I think Gail, what did she do? Did she break her leg or knee or something?
Yes, she did. Gail broke her knee on tour, man.
On tour. So he called me up and asked me if I'd go out with him on the Patti LaBelle tour.
Got him out the studio!
But before that, though, he had me come down and I was playing with him and Sonny Emery. We were doing a jazz festival down in, what was that?
Oh, you played a gig with us when Sonny was playing and Sam?
It was one on, what's that? It's a city outside LA with a beach.
San Diego?
Yeah, no.
Newport?
You said it, I remember. But anyway, I did that. It was like either maybe one or two festivals things you had me doing.
Yeah, you went out. Remember we did, what's it called? Kimbo's East. Up in the Bay Area. Man, I got the picture. Me and you in school.
Yeah. So I was able to do a few of those things before we did the Patti LaBelle.
Yeah.
Because Scooter, the thing is with Scooter Powell, okay, I called Scooter up and I said, man, you need to come out here or whatever. Then I called Norm and said, man, you need to get this dude out of Kansas City before he gets ruined. And get caught into the whole, what is it? Where you just a lounge lizard.
I mean, Cal Green. And,
it's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it, but if you, but it's just about what you want.
But he also has getting into some bad habits that would, So I kept.
Let me say this, man. It was stunning for growth.
Yeah.
It needed to expand. It was time to expand. And so go to bigger waters.
And so I called a couple of times back and forth before they finally, Norman said, "Come on out."
No, you know how it happened? Let me remind you. So I played my first gig in Kansas City.
Oh.
You had been telling me this.
Yeah.
And Just Between Us just come out. I play that West Point. I forget the name of the spot over in West Point, right? Around the corner from Big Dudes. Yeah, I know you know the spot.
Yeah, not the point. It wasn't the point.
No.
It was let's see. What was it?
Man, that's crazy. But anyway.
Blaney's? No.
No. Southwest Traffic Way. Take that left on to I think that was Broadway or whatever.
But it was on that side street, right?
It was right on that major street. Yeah, it was right there on that major street, man. Beautiful spot. It's almost coming. I can't remember.
But anyway, what happened? That's when you had school. You went in and hired him for that city.
Right after the gig, walk out the back of the club, walking down the alley. Get on the tour bus and Scooter says, "Hey, Norman Ralph, hey man, Scooter Powell. You have been calling me." And I said, "Hey Scooter, what's up, man? How you doing?" He said, "Hey man, take me with you." He said, "Take me with you." I said, "You ready to go, man?" He said, "Yeah, man, I'm ready to get out." I said, "Dude, you serious?"
Yeah.
He said, "Norman, what time are we leaving?" We're in the alley, man, right? I was like, that's the first time I seen Scooter talk to him and stuff. And you have been calling me and telling me, right? I said, "Damn, Scooter." I said, "Look, man, if you serious, I'll get you a ticket, man, and you come on, you stay with me, and you got the gig." He said, "Man, when I'm leaving." He said, "I'm serious, Norman." I said, "You serious, Scooter?" "I'm serious, Craig." That's how it went.
Wow.
And then,
I didn't even know that.
I don't know, 2 days later, maybe? No, I was coming to Kansas City again to visit family, I think. So I came down, and we hung out a bit, went to the crib. He came back with me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and that was the trip. I was like, "Damn, I forgot you had been calling me about that, too."
Yeah. So, we We went on the Patti LaBelle
Scooter
tour.
played Matchstick. That was so cool. I had over here.
But one thing he had to do with Scooter, though, was Scooter was so used to not playing concerts and pushing.
Yeah.
And so you had to get in his butt about, hey, man.
Yeah, man.
Put
Get
your
a
foot,
heartbeat, man.
Yeah, put your foot in there. Let me know, it ain't no, you ain't in no little small club no more.
Man, he got tired of that shit. It's great. I was on one back then. I was crazy, man. Crazy. I mean, I'd be like, come on, man, pass it up, right? All that. But Gail would be like, no, can I have a glass of wine before we play? I'm like, I don't drink.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you need to have a glass of wine so you can calm down, Yeah. Scooter eventually was like, no, I got to get teaching, man. I'm not going to roll anymore. I'm good. I'm going to go. I said, oh, wow, okay. We had some great travels, though, man.
Oh,
Scooter,
yeah, man.
Charles, James,
But that Patti tour was really, that was crazy, man. You know, that was.
What, Herman was with us with you, right?
Yeah, Herman was playing keys.
Yeah.
I was playing the little ding, the little bell parts and all the little complimentary swings.
Shoot.
We had my little hats on and it was back there kind of dancing and playing.
It was a tight unit.
Yeah.
It was a tight unit. Homeboys from Kansas City, man. We was kicking it, dude.
Yeah.
I was building it, man. That was the first record. Second record came out. Scooter stayed with me through that record, man. And I know you was going back to the studio.
Yeah.
But
and from that point on, he went ahead, took off, wound up getting a Grammy record for which album?
Just Chillin'.
Yeah. And we kept in touch all these years.
I got the Soul Train too, though, man. People always forget about that. I got the Soul Train, 1994, for Best Jazz Album of the Year. From Soul Train.
And you got some other nominations, did you?
I had another Grammy nomination. I did win an American Jazz Award. I did win a Billboard
and number one songs, how many?
Oh, dude, it's. I was talking about that with my DJ.
Because what you call it then, That's the Way Love Goes didn't go to number one at that time, did it?
What?
That's the Way Love Goes?
It was in the top 5.
Because remember Kenny G was...
Hey, we had no problem. We stayed on the chart for over 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. That record drove a career, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
They did a video on that. They don't usually do videos.
Look, y'all got to see a little bit of it. Right here. Just a little bit of it. But it's true. And all of that is due. Man, that messed Steve McKeever up at one time when I brought that in. He said, wow, man, I like that. And you know where the idea came from? Jeff Lover.
All right.
I was on a gig with Jeff. We were riding in the limo, man, from a gig. And he said, and That's the Way Love Goes came on the radio. Janet singing. Yeah. He said, hey, man, it's got your name written all over it. I said, what? Really? He said, yeah, man. Listen to it. I stopped and listened to it. I said, damn.
It seemed like a couple of other people trying to do it, didn't they? And
I know Kirk Whalum did one.
Yeah.
But,
they just didn't have that.
Man, it was done right, dude. I'm telling you, it starts with that track.
And the timing, too. So, there's
That's
always,
true. Timing, yeah.
There's always...
It's kind of like hers was coming, it came in as a remix of some of hers.
Because you probably don't remember once we finished the track once I did, before we tracked it up, you said, well, Herman's supposed to do a version of it. I'm not sure which one I'm going to, Then you said, come on, Craig, let's go do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
At first, because you had already talked to Herman about it before you talked to me.
Yeah. And in the past, the way we was working, it's like, shit. No, we got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. I just like.
Because there was a fraction of a second, I was like, this may not happen.
Yeah.
and you was like,
I barely remember that though, but I remember now.
Yeah,
I remember
and then
now.
I was like, okay, man.
It was
then you was like, nah. Then you saw me, you said, nah, man, come on, let's go do it. All right.
It was a young producer trying to learn to make decisions.
Well, it was that, and it was because we had a problem trying to get. Remember, we had to get. It was an interface or something we had to get, and we was having trouble getting it so that I could take my sample things. Because remember, I had sampled my move. I mean, my Oberheim, on the sounds.
Man, but I'm telling you, it was gorgeously done. That ain't the video, but it's when I heard the track, I heard the song.
Yeah.
And then when I went to go play the lead part on it, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the studio with the guys that mixed it, Bob Margeloff and Brent Biles. So Bob Margeloff and Malcolm Cecil, engineering team, they worked with Stevie. They built Tonto, that first synthesizer. So these cats mixed this, and what I couldn't find the melody, man. I kept trying to play it. I was feeling real stiff about it. Bob turned to me and says, "Norman," he said, "Wait a minute, man, look." He says, "She's talking to you, you know." And he's like pointing his finger and shit. I was struggling with the melody and how to play it. That track was so banging, I almost just wanted to listen to it. And he started describing it like that for me. And dude, then it started coming to life. It was like, oh, it's a statement. It was like a statement, right? It wasn't answering the question, you know. It wasn't answering the question, but it was making a statement. Basically, it's the video.
And you did the video in Hawaii or where?
Yeah, we did the video on Maui. Yeah, Michael Lucero shot that video. And man, he's a daredevil cat. We had a small crew. We went over there, and it was like out in the jungles. Just out in the.
And the girl that's under, you remember her?
Nature.
Yeah, the girl was in the video with you?
Danielle, yeah, she started it. Danielle, we had auditions for that. And I had, I vibed with a couple girls, but she had a thing that kind of matched. And so we were over there for a week filming that. That was right before this one. After the love, that's the way. But it was a cool video. Motown was serious, man. That whole Mo Jazz idea they had. More than jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember Jay Spencer? He was from the Bay Area.
Yeah, I remember he was on that.
Yeah.
And so eventually that label they just went ahead and released it because when they sold the company or what?
What happened was the president, they changed guards basically. The new president came in, Andre Harrell, and he didn't really get anything going within that. It was really like a short year. But he was the man in the position. Mo Jazz, we were doing our thing. I was selling. For some reason, it didn't work with the head of Mo Jazz and what Andre was doing. Him and Bruce Walker, man. And next thing I know, they were dissolving Mo Jazz.
Wow.
And they kept me on the label and released all the other artists, but kept me from making a record for 3 years.
But you was on Mo Jazz or Motown?
I was on Motown. They had dissolved Mo Jazz, but because it wasn't on Jazz label, I didn't get to release a record.
Did you record any records during that time?
No, man, it was horrible, dude. I couldn't record, and they wouldn't let me go.
Wow.
I had a meeting with Polygram, who owned Motown at the time, and he says, "No, man, you sold the records, we can't let you go." So I'm like, "Dude, release me out of contract," because I couldn't make a record. So the dates were slowing down, radio play was going. It's like, okay, come on, man, what's up? And dude, let me tell you, 3 years later, the contract expired.
Damn.
Bruce called me one day. He said, "Man, the contract's out today. I can get you another label and we can start looking again."
Yeah.
And he called me back that afternoon. He says,
now,
"Hey,
Bruce
man,
stayed with you for how many years?
Bruce was with me from the beginning, man, until this year. So we worked together 30-something years, man.
Yeah,
my entire career. Yeah. And we, he's a good cat, man. There's no doubt he did exactly what he said he was going to do with his career. And it's a great relationship. We still love each other the whole day.
Right. Yeah.
But, so, here we are now. I'm stuck on Mo Jazz. Can't work slowing down. Career. 3 years later, contract expires. He calls me that morning, tells me that. Called me that afternoon and tells me, "You gotta wait." Calls me that afternoon to say, "Hey man, Warner Brothers called. They said they want to talk to you about a deal."
All right.
I said, "Tomorrow, okay."
Yeah.
And I signed with Matt Pearson over at Warner Jazz.
Yeah. And so you've been through how many labels now?
Started at Mo Jazz, at Motown, Warner Brothers. Then I went to Peak Records, Division of Concord. Then I was on Concord. And now I'm with Shawnee Records. Yeah.
And did you just sign that one?
This will be my 4th record with Shawnee.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Let It Go, Highest Act of Love, and just third one, Heart to Heart.
And didn't even just touring crazy until this COVID hit.
Woo! It stopped like bam. A year and a half before I had another gig, man. It was a trip. So I made a record. I did. I made Highest Act of Love. A couple #1 singles on that so far, and I'm working on a new one.
Cool.
Right now.
And right now, the reason I came up here, because he's been bugging me about. Hey man, I'm in Atlanta now, man. You know, you coming on down, man. I might have to kidnap you or something, man. But he's setting up a nice studio here. I mean, you know, he's got this whole slate set up here. He's got some nice preamps and things down here, and got the booth. He's getting ready to soundproof it.
Crayge is saving the days coming down here, man. And helping me.
See the guitars and stuff. We're gonna take them off the wall, probably.
Let's show this, man. 1967, Johnny Smith. My favorite baby here, so cool, man. German aged spruce. It just sounds so wonderful.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna be taking off for Nashville in the morning. I'll probably get up after he keeps me up trying to get this stuff right.
I told his car's not gonna work.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna let me go. But anyway, I'm gonna get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, drive to Nashville, and see the other guy that taught me to engineer, Warren Rhodes. That kind of springboarded this whole thing or whatever, me working with him and everything else. So Norman, I appreciate you.
No, man, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Crayge is always pushing for the cats, man, from the hometown. I gotta give it up. Every time I make a record, I always check in, right?
Yeah.
And he always say, well, hey man, A, B, and C. I want to check out E, F, G. When such is doing something, hey man, why don't you check out such? He's always pushing for the fellas in Kansas City, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, just like, we know people need to get out of there, and it's not really a industry city. That's definitely, so they don't have no clue what's going on as far as business goes.
Yeah, and that outlet you get in, the inlet.
So he let, he came in town and he played. He's always plugging me. Come on to the gig or whatever. He's like, then he's telling the audience, hey, this, he's the guy that did. That's the way love goes. But he did allow me to introduce one of my young sax friends and stuff, playing on one of his shows and stuff. He blessed him with letting him
What's he doing now,
perform on Houston. Yeah, Houston's been out in was it Berkeley School of Music?
Oh, okay, beautiful.
Yeah, so he ought to be graduating here real quick here and stuff. So he very talented, and this others come. I think you already ran into Blair. Blair was backstage on that same show, and he had met him at that time. He said the reason he started playing bass was because he wanted to be like Norman Brown.
We talked on the phone that man. He's got some beautiful music, man.
He's playing lead bass and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, that's always still okay.
You know what? You got to do something with it if you don't do that.
Yeah, and you got to have other instruments too, because otherwise it gets a little.
No, it's a timbre thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a timbre thing.
For the listener, yeah. And that's just my opinion, though.
Well,
the talent. I mean, what he's doing and his talent and stuff. There's no denying that and stuff. But
I'll say this too, man. It's different now how people listen to music, and I found, check this out, people have learned to listen to music with their eyes.
Yeah. So visual, it's all a visual. Man.
Yeah, it becomes seeing it happen, which is the good element in it, I would say.
If you're a good entertainer.
But this is what I'm saying. Right? If you bring something that's intriguing, then holds your attention and keeps it, says something, touches you. First you got to touch it, right? Then you got to be interested in what you're saying, and then you got to keep them. Then you got to close it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're just standing there, I got chops.
Oh no!
And I'm boring to look at. It's like, all right, and then I'm playing long songs that don't do nothing. It's like, And there's a lot of those out there.
Man, I learned that this way. I'm performing. My manager Bruce would say to me, he says, "No, he said this one time. He says, hey man, when you play, he said, look up and smile."
Yeah.
Right? And I was thinking about it like this, and then I did. And the next time I looked up and I smiled, somebody smiled back to me. I kind of walked over to them.
Yeah.
And walked over to them, and it developed into a communication experience.
And then you start getting
exchange.
You start getting energy from them.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. You hit it on the head. I told you
You start.
That's how you do it. You play with that energy.
Yeah.
And I describe it to them like this. I'll say, y'all, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate you. Don't know how much I appreciate you. What, 2 months ago, you bought your tickets. You know, I really appreciate you. That's your hard-earned money. And I'll say, you know, then you start planning. You got your hair done, you know. I know you got a new outfit. I did too. I said, we start rehearsing. I just talk, this whole energy buildup that happens. And I'm backstage. They in the park came in, right? So they took their seats, man. They said they're waiting on me. I'm back there waiting to be announced. All that energy. And then it hit. Oh, it's a beautiful exchange, bro. So
hold on, let me do this again here. What we got? What's the next name? We got in the world ingredients. Copy. You didn't finish paying for this thing, did you? All right, let me.
Nope.
That's it.
Big ups to my man right here, man. Uplift, elevate,
and so,
inspire.
Until my next time here, this will continue on. And I appreciate this man taking the time out. He's been treating me. He's been such a great host, and then the lady fixing the food has been It's been great.
Thank you.
I've been getting fat, man. Yeah. All right.